Are you getting my voice? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Now you are visible and audible too. Have you
Yes, ma'am.
started recording?
Yeah, ma'am. I have started recording. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
As
yes.
we are meeting for the very first time, so could you please
Yeah.
like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, yeah. Why not? My name is Muhammad Aslam. I am from Ranchi, Jharkhand. And if I talk about my profession, I am a graphic designer. And when it comes to my hobbies, so I like to play cricket and football, and I like teaching. And that's all about me. It was my short introduction.
Okay, you are a graphic designer as well as you are a teacher also.
Yeah, actually, 5 years ago, I used to teach computer, but no longer now. Just I am learning English language, and I'm like working on my communication skill. So these days, you can say just I work in a company as a graphic designer.
Okay, graphic designer means what you do? You design for your company, for the sake of your company.
Yeah, actually, I make design for a clients. I work in like a small press. It's not a big press where I work, and I make all type of design regarding like advertisement. Suppose if you want to make any type of design, suppose if you want to make a logo, pamphlet, browser, so I can make all type of design for you.
Okay, actually, my father was he is no more right now, but my father was running a printing press, and
Okay,
I saw this type of work in my press also, so I can understand type of job.
your father has a printing press.
Had he is no more, but he was running.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these days just I work in a private company and I'm learning English language because I work in a small company. It's not a big company. Actually, there are no any big company in my local area. Have you heard about Ranchi, Jharkhand?
Yes, yes, I have heard many times this name, but I haven't visited ever.
Yeah, so in future would like to come Ranchi because it's a very nice place. It's a natural place. If you come to Ranchi, then you will see that there are many waterfalls in Ranchi, Jharkhand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's famous.
Well,
Ranchi is famous for good weather, and like you can say, there are many waterfalls. It has good weather, and also it has one international cricket stadium.
okay. I
Yeah,
I I didn't hear about it, but you are telling me now. You are increasing my Sikhe also.
definitely. If you search on Google, then you will get a lot of knowledge about Ranchi, Jharkhand. Where is Ranchi, Jharkhand, and which is famous like in Ranchi, Jharkhand. Definitely, you will get a lot of things if you search on Google. Many people, they don't know about Ranchi, Jharkhand. Where is Ranchi, Jharkhand, and like for what is famous?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, no,
So
I know
from
Ranchi, but I never ever visited. That's why I told you that I don't have any idea. Okay. Now, please tell me something about like your hobbies. You told me that you're teaching right now or not?
no, before you can say 5 years ago, I used to teach computer. I used to be a computer teacher, but no longer now, ma'am, because I don't get time to teach anything. Just I want to learn English language, and in future, definitely I will teach English language for those people who are interested to learn English language and who lives in village areas. So yeah, that type of people I will teach them.
Okay, means that you are learning you are learning English to teach people, or you are learning English to go to abroad or to get a job in a better company or better place.
Yeah, actually, there are many things, ma'am. There are many things behind this. Why I am learning English language? But first reason, yeah, you said like good things like I want to go abroad. First, yeah, it's my first reason because of I am learning English language. So yeah, definitely I want to go abroad. But if you are learning English language and if you have good command and English communication skill, definitely you can go abroad. Yeah,
Yes, because the English is the prime requirement. So
yeah.
yes, definitely we should learn English if you want to go abroad or if we want to get a better opportunity. So it becomes very essential for us to learn this language.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so how you started learning this language? And how long have you been learning this language?
If you talk about my English journey, I have been learning English for 1 year. 1 year ago, I started my English journey. Actually, still remember when I was hustling and juggling in my job. Actually, when I had completed my graduation as well as I had also completed my graphic design course, that time I needed a one job to earn money to run my family. So that time I didn't have any job. Even I had completed my graduation as well as I have completed my graphic design course. So that time I didn't have any knowledge about English communication. First time when I went to a company to attend to give an interview. So examiner asked me in English language. That time I could not give answer because that time I was not able to speak any word. I didn't have any idea about grammar, so I could not speak any word. So that time I realized that yeah, I should learn English language, because if I don't speak in English language, maybe in future I will be have to face problem, I will have to be face difficulty. That's why I started my English journey.
Yes, you are right. Because whenever we face the interview, that time we realize that oh, our communication skill is very bad, because the knowledge of good English is very essential to face any
Yeah.
interview. Okay, one of my student actually he is also he completed his graphic designing course, and now
Okay.
he is working as a freelancer.
Okay.
He designs a thumbnail for different YouTubers, and he's earning a handsome amount of money.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. One thing is, I tell you, suppose if you are a graphic designer and you have 1 year or 2 year experience, but it's depend on place. Like if you work in a big city, if you work in a big company, then you will get handsome amount. But same thing, if you do same thing in a small company and a small place, then you will get less amount. So it's depend on you, like which place do you work, and which company do you work. If you work a
Yes,
big company,
definitely.
handsome amount. Yeah.
Definitely, it depends means from where you belong. But
Yeah.
he's working as a freelancer, and he work for different YouTubers. He make
Yeah.
thumbnails for them. So he is getting money in the form of dollar. Means
Yeah.
he's working for, I don't know his, but he told me that he has completed his graphic designing course, and now he's earning a very good amount.
Yeah.
So then I got
Yeah.
an idea that really it's a very good field, and we should also learn this thing, because I think that nowadays there is a very good scope of graphic designing.
Yeah. Because these days you can say many company, all company wants to hire graphic designer, because they need a graphic designer who can make good design for their company.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, like how to make a thumbnail, how to make a visiting card, how to make pamphlet. Definitely, you can start your this journey, and you can make a thumbnail for clients, and definitely you can earn money from graphic design course. So it's a, you
Yes,
can say it's a demandable course. It's a demandable course. If you go to abroad, definitely you will get minimum 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. If you have experience 2 years, 3 years, then definitely you will get 1 and 2 lakh rupees in abroad. So it's a really, you can say, a good skill for those people who want to learn this course, this skills. So I also want to know about yourself, ma'am. You didn't tell me your name and where are you from. So could you tell me something about yourself? So our viewers, they will get to know about us.
actually, we started talking about graphic designing, so we forgot to introduce. Actually, I forgot to introduce myself. Okay, as you know, my name is Ghazala, and I'm from Allahabad, UP. And if I talk about my hobbies were not now. My hobbies were
Okay.
listening to music and cooking, but nowadays I'm totally my first priority is my practice, my English language practice, and nowadays I just want to improve my communication skills. So I'm working very hard. And yes, right now I'm teaching in a school also. I teach 6th to 9th students English literature and English grammar. That's all about me.
Okay. So you teach in school, private school or government school? Where do you teach?
No, no, it's a private school. It's a private school, and lots of work we have to do there. There are so many responsibilities, and as you know, means salary in private schools are not very good.
Okay.
They
So
pay more.
which standard student do you teach, ma'am? Like 1 to 10th standard or like
I teach
12th
6 to 9, 6 to 9.
standard? Okay, student. That's good. So you teach English language or any subject like math,
No, I
science?
teach only. No, no, I teach only English literature and English grammar. Only
Okay.
English.
Since
Yes.
when? Since when have you been teaching in school?
I have been
How when did you
teaching
start?
for the last 4 years. I have been teaching.
It means
Means,
you have
but
experience. You have for
I
experienced
have
in.
yes, I have a good experience in teaching. But if I talk about my communication skills, so it was not very good. Earlier, it was not very good because I used to teach them in Hindi only. But
Okay.
recently, I joined this school. This is a CBSE board school, an English medium school, and it is mandatory in my school to speak in English only. So that
Okay.
time, then I realized that I have to work on my communication skills also. So I started speaking because I have a good command over. I had a good means I know all the grammar rules, each and everything. But all the knowledge was useless for me because I was not doing any practice. So, but now I'm doing practice. I daily I speak, and every time I speak in English, every time I think in English only. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling that now it's giving me a good change, and day by day I'm improving.
Yeah, because you can say nowadays, era days, it has become a compulsory. If you don't know like how to speak in English language, people think you are not educated person. It doesn't
Yes,
matter like you have. If you have
they consider
completed your
that you
post
are
graduation,
illiterate.
if you have completed your BTech, B.Ed, but if you don't know how to speak in English language, then people think I think so. He's a not a good educated. She is a not a good educated person. So that's why
Yes,
many people are learning English these days. Yeah. So how
if
did you improve your English language, ma'am? How did you improve your English language? What did you do to improve, to enhance your communication skill? Because right now you're speaking good, and I have watched your many videos. You speak very well. So how did you improve your English communication skill?
first of all, thanks for watching my videos. It's a
Yeah,
very good thing
I'm
for
the
me.
viewers. I'm the viewers. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. What I did, as I told you, that I was just teaching English language, English grammar, and I use only Hindi to make my students understand the rules of the grammar. But after when I realized that I have to command over this language, then I started speaking me. Okay, what I did, I all the time I used to think in English only. Wherever I am. If I am in the kitchen, I am on the dining table, I am in my school, I'm on the way. All the time I used to think in English only. So it
Yeah.
gave me a lot. Means it gave me a lot of confidence also that no, I can make the sentences. I can construct the sentences. And yes, my profession helps me a lot because my students. Whenever I teach my students, that time I speak in English only, and I never feel hesitation in front of them, and I feel very confident when I teach to my students. And I used to speak in English only, and that time I speak very good English because I
Yeah.
never feel hesitation in front of them. So my profession helped me a lot, and yes, my practice also. I worked really very hard to command means to master this language. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
right now I'm speaking, but sometimes I also get stuck. But
Okay.
it's okay. But because earlier I used to when I used to speak in English, that I might feel that I'm speaking the wrong English. But now I never think that I'm speaking the wrong English. I all the time I think that I'm speaking English. It's a good thing for me. It's a big thing for me. And if I am speaking wrong English, then it doesn't matter because I'm learning. I'm on the path of learning. So if I am, sometimes I make mistakes. So it's okay. It's a part of my learning. That's why now and this thing gave me a lot of confidence. So
Yeah, ma'am.
yes.
Like many people say, you speak very well, but sometimes you make mistake. Then I say, yeah, I was not born in England or America. I was born in Jharkhand. I am an Indian. So as an Indian, I can make mistake because it's our second language. It's not my first language and it's not my mother tongue. So yeah, I can make mistake and I learn from my mistake. So I have a one question, ma'am, which I want to ask you. You are a teacher. So suppose many people they want to learn English language, but one thing is like suppose they are beginner, just they have started their English journey and they don't have any grammar knowledge. They don't have any grammar knowledge. They just have started and they want to learn English language. So what should they do? Like they can start speaking, or first they have to learn grammar. What should they do?
Actually, in my opinion, if a person is at the zero level, then
Yeah.
it becomes very difficult for the very means beginning. You can't start speaking if you know anything. Then first of all, you should try to think in English. You should try to read some books. Means you should read aloud to make your muscles used to it. Like you means you read the book aloud in loud voice, so you can active your means your uh, what can I say, if we read aloud, then we can active our means hearing sense also, and our muscles becomes used to speak English. The reading is the first thing if you are at the zero level, and the second thing is all the time you try to think in English only. And yes, if people say that no, knowledge of grammar is not necessary to speak English, that time all the time I say no, it's not correct, because we are living in India, and people around us are not speaking English. They speak Hindi. So how can I learn through listening only? Okay.
Okay.
Some basic knowledge of grammar is very essential, like forms of verb, very important. You should know the forms of verb. If you don't know what is subject, what is verb, what is the object, then how can you construct a sentence? How can you make a sentence? So first of all, you should try to think in English. Second thing is you should know the you should have the means some basic knowledge of grammar. And third, when you get some good knowledge, some basic knowledge of grammar, then you should try to speak to yourself. Means you should stand in front of the mirror and try to speak in English. And when you get some confidence that no, I can speak a little English and I can construct sentences, then start talking to your friends, to different people. Then gradually you will become, because it's not very easy to think in English, to in the starting to talk to your friends also, because whenever we make mistakes, people laugh at us. So sometimes it becomes very difficult and we lose our confidence also, but we should never give up. We should if some people is if people laugh at us, then let them laugh. Okay, you are doing your job and I'm doing my job. So we should
Yeah.
never give up. And then start your speaking practice. Whenever you will, when you will start your speaking practice, then you will feel that now you are becoming more and more confidence. So what I did, I did the same, because I had the knowledge of grammar. Then I started my speaking practice. Then I realized that now I'm getting more and more confidence, because now I'm speaking and I'm utilizing my knowledge of grammar. That time my knowledge of grammar was useless because I was not speaking. But for me, in my opinion, practice is more important. If you are doing practice, if you are doing regular practice, then definitely you will get uh, confidence, and you will master this language.
Yeah. So a second question is, ma'am, if we talk about beginner, like who has a knowledge, some knowledge about grammar. So what type of method, what type of tactics they have to follow, and they can, and so that they can be fluent in English language.
If you have the good knowledge of grammar, then start your speaking practice. Just start speaking, and there's nothing. Want to speak English, then speak more and more and more. There is no shortcut, and you have to do only practice. That's it. And
So
yes,
there
all
is
the time. And this method means all the time think in English works a lot. It works a lot. All the time think in English. Whenever you are, wherever you are, all the time think in English only.
So there is any application which they can use and they can improve their English communication skill. There is any application which you prefer to those people who are learning English language?
I never used any application, but yes, I used to see many videos. Like I have subscribed to English group, Aditya Rana sir's channels, Kanchan Keshi ma'am's channel, and one more channel was there. I forgot the name. There was three channel I subscribed to learn this language. All the time I scroll my YouTube and I saw I used to see different videos, but all that means that videos make me teach that and make me understand the rules of grammar. But though I was not speaking, so it doesn't matter. You are seeing, you are watching videos, you are learning rules of grammar. All these things are useless if unless you are not speaking. So you should speak more and more.
Yeah, yeah,
First and
definitely.
the first and last requirement, in my opinion, first and last requirement. If you are doing practice, you are speaking, then definitely you will learn this language. And yes, basic knowledge of grammar. All the time, I say that basic knowledge of grammar is very important. Please don't say that grammar is not important to speak English, because we
You
are
know,
living in India.
many people say, and also some teachers also say English grammar is not important to speaking. But I say if you don't have grammar knowledge, then how can you speak? You know, it's compulsory. You can say.
They give the example that how can we learn Hindi? We learn
Yeah.
Hindi through listening, because when a child born, all the time all the time it's listen only Hindi and Hindi. So we learn Hindi through listening, because
Yes.
that the environment is around us, but we don't have that English environment. So how can we learn through listening only? So we
Okay.
have to create that environment around us. So we have to think in English. We have to see English movies, English podcast, English songs. We should listen to English songs also. I used to listen. Yes. Whenever I get time, I used to listen English podcast, English stories. Yes. And watching cartoons. It will give you a lot. If you means if you watch English cartoons, then you will get very useful sentences, very useful conversation, so it will give you a lot. So try to watch English cartoons. Really,
So,
it
ma'am,
means
I, I want to know about your past, like when you were in school time. That time, which sport did you used to play mostly? Which game did you used to like mostly? Okay, could you tell me something about your past when you were in school time?
no, I didn't. Means I was not a sportsman, but yes, I liked dancing, and
Okay.
I all the time I take I